Samantha, I got to tell you, all day today, from the moment I put on my clothes and all that they did was say, ugh, to me, to the time that I changed and I put on my comfy stuff, and then my comfy stuff said, woohoo, I realized my clothes tell me a secret message every single day. It's nonverbal, but they still tell me a message every day. Do yours do that to you?
Do you understand that you just said they talk to you, but they're nonverbal?
Well, clothes can't talk, right? My clothes don't. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, Samantha. The clothes don't talk, but they told me this morning. Ugh. And then when I came home after work and I put on my comfy stuff, it felt like a woohoo. So my clothes are telling me. They're talking to me non-verbally.
Because you choose your clothes, right? When you go to work, like the work clothes that you wear.
Yeah.
So unconsciously, are you choosing clothes that will make you go...
I'm not picking ugly clothes.
Okay, but are you unconsciously choosing UGG over woohoo?
No, because every day my goal is to be a pretty girl. Every day my goal is to be a pretty girl. But sometimes the clothes step in and they non-verbally take over. And they go, ugh. And then me being a pretty girl, I'm torn. I'm conflicted. I don't know what I'm doing. Am I a pretty girl? Am I, ugh? I don't know.
Because your clothes are non-verbally telling you
that you're non-verbally telling me how they feel about things that day.
So, okay, then I have a question. So,
do you get that?
When you came home and changed clothes, when you took your bra off? Because I'm assuming like every woman that comes home,
total woohoo,
takes off their bra.
First thing, right? That baby's gone.
The bra was like, oh, thank fucking God,
right? And then you heard thump thump.
Right.
Just saying, right? We're old women. We're bigger girls. Our perky years are past us.
I'm just saying, like, if your clothes are non-verbally telling you something, your bra must have been like, you must have heard a high-pitched scream.
Squeal, yes. Like high-pitched, like high-pitched.
Like, was it saying, bitch, get me out of here?
And then I heard a whoo. I heard a whoo. I heard a whoo. Kind of like somebody like wiping their brow. Whoo. Like that. That's what I heard. You ever get
my
that?
God.
Do you get that?
No.
Maybe you just haven't been paying attention to that.
Well, Lisa, it takes a special person.
And I'm pretty darn special.
Their clothes are non-verbally speaking to me.
They're non-verbally speaking to me, right? Because I know clothes can't talk, right?
Sure,
I'm just saying.
Welcome to another episode of I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam.
Sorry, Samantha. I'm going by Joey McIntyre's cousin Lisa tonight. Thank you very much.
I was wondering what that was about. Oh, sorry. I already know. You texted me a fucking TikTok about the new kids on the block. And I'm like, where did this come from?
When
did you become a groupie?
I'm a groupie. I'm a new kids groupie on the TikTok, right? Because cousin Joey, we have the same last name, same spelling and everything. So we are like essentially cousins from other mothers.
Other ancestors, people that never spoke to each other.
But cousins by heart.
500th cousin removed. Like, is that what we're talking about?
Cousins by heart.
Cousins
in my heart. Cousins in my heart. I'm sure.
Is it cousins by imagination, maybe?
I'm sure if he knew, it would be in his heart too. We would do a little bit like step by step. Ooh, baby. We'd be doing like step 1.
Fun.
You can have lots of fun. Step 2. Like we'd be like grouping, him and I.
No.
That's what I would think we'd be doing. Samantha, hello, friends of the podcast.
Oh my God.
Right?
She's all over the place today.
All over the place. I'm on a roll. I'm crazy. I'm on a crazy train today. That's Ozzy Osbourne, who I'm not related to.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't think so, even though I feel
Thank you for clarifying that.
Samantha, how's your week been?
It's been okay.
It's been okay. Did you do what I did today?
What was that?
I celebrated one last day of summer. Ankles, and more ankles.
Oh dear. That must have been like, weird for you because you
It
had
was, 'cause
you already sported a sock last week.
I transitioned, right?
Yes.
And then the weather guy told me last night that today was potentially going to be the last nice day of the fall because snow's
Aw.
coming. Snow's knocking on the door this weekend.
Snow is not coming.
Snow is coming. Snow is coming.
Oh,
Knocking on the
God.
door. So I thought, screw it, socks. I am going to bare my ankles one last day. And that's what I did.
I hate this fucking snow.
It's coming.
It's too early for snow, even for October.
It's just going to tease us, right? It's just going to come and get wet and heavy and gross. It's just going to remind us. It's just going to tell us, who's your daddy? Snow. Right? Mother Nature is going to come on in and set all the tone for the next, 5-6 months, I guess.
Probably.
Right? So that's what we have
I'm
to
so
look
unhappy
forward to.
with that.
That's what we have to look forward to. Kind of shitty,
No,
hey?
but I'm still going to rock the ankle for a little bit longer. You know me.
Are
I like
you?
to stretch it out.
I'm not. I know, but I think once the snow flies and it's minus 30, you can't stretch it any further.
Well, then I'm just going to wear a boot.
Then you're going to wear your ugly winter boot.
I'm going to wear my boot.
Your ugly winter boot.
Yeah, but it makes me feel safe. And isn't that that's important, right?
Where are you going? Like, are you going to war? Are you going out into the battlefield? Where is it? Where is it that you're going?
Wherever I'm walking, I need to know that my foot is securely planted
to keep you safe.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like, and how do you know? Like, did it come with that on the box? Like, we'll keep you safe. Did it say that?
Yes, it did actually.
Really? Well, be careful that label doesn't fail you. Like my lots of lashes failed me last week. Right? Labels aren't always what they seem.
You have unrealistic goals for your mascara.
Well, I think you might have unrealistic goals about your winter boot.
I do not.
I think its goal is just to keep your foot warm. Be happy.
Oh, whatever.
Right? You keep it safe. You keep it safe, Samantha. Right?
Oh, yes, Lisa.
It's not a magic boot.
How do you know?
I don't think it is.
It could be.
Well, keep me posted on that.
Okay, but I was because I have the retro music channel.
Okay.
On my TV,
of course,
and I was watching it because I like to go there and check out the videos, and and it's like retro, right? So for me, retro's like 70s, 80s, maybe the 90s, but like it's now considering the 2000s as retro.
When did 2000s become retro? It's 25 years ago. Like 20 years ago, 23 years ago. When is that retro?
Because they were showing Arvil Lavigne when she first started out.
Like Skater Boy?
Yes, and all that. And I'm like, oh my God, when did Skater Boy become retro?
Skater Boy's not retro. Skater Boy's just a song still.
Oh my God.
It hasn't lived long enough to become retro.
I know. And now she's made a comeback, right? Like she's got tunes out and she's happening.
The whole bit.
And I'm like, so that really bothered me because I'm like, I'm not old enough for the 2000s to be retro.
No, but apparently they're saying differently.
Oh,
huh. Then what the hell are the 70s and the 80s?
Well, it's like
that's vintage. That's
vintage. Oh, sorry, vintage.
It's vintage. Wow. Hey.
Oh my God.
Interesting. That's kind of tough for you.
Not fun.
So here's something interesting. Lend me your ear. I don't even know how to, this is going to sound like the weirdest conversation, friends of the podcast, because it's just going to kind of blow your mind and it's going to seem unbelievable, but I swear to God, it's totally true. So at my work, my boss, so not my boss, but my boss, every day for lunch, well, I don't want to say every day, but lots of days for lunch, she brings this most amazing looking salad from home. Samantha, this salad, it glistens. It glistens. I don't know if she's spritzing that son of a bitch or what she's doing to it, but it glistens. And you walk into the office and you can smell the salad dressing. When's the last time you could smell a salad dressing?
It's been a while.
Yeah, right? This is stop in your tracks. What is that smell? Salad dressing. And she eats this. And here's my thing. I'm totally obsessed with it. Because first off, she brings this big damn bowl. And I'm talking, it's a big damn bowl. Right? Like this big damn bowl is saying, oh, look we're having a potluck and I brought enough for everybody. But she's not sharing, right? She's always just eating it herself. But what I don't get, she's not willing to share. But what I don't get is grocery greens don't glisten.
No, they do not.
How come hers glisten?
Does she spritz it with a lovely oil?
I don't know. She won't give up the secret.
Really?
She says it's a salad. Some days it's right. Some days it's got salmon in it. Some days it's got shrimp. I'm not always saying that I love the stuff in it, but I love the salad part of it.
Well, because you like a good dressing, though, right? Because you're all about
So when you walk into an office and you walk into offices and you can smell the dressing, just think of how delicious that salad has got to taste.
Oh my God. Did you ask her if she makes the salad dressing?
She says she makes it all.
Well, then get the recipe.
I don't think she's giving it away.
Because maybe she just spritzes the dressing on the salad and that's why it glistens.
I don't know, but it's a glistening salad. It's beautiful.
Is there a crouton in that salad?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't checked. Let me follow up.
My salad always has to have a crouton.
Why does it have to have a crouton?
I like something crunchy.
I don't want crunch. I don't want that. I think a crouton is just a waste of like biting. Right? But I'm just blown away by this salad. And then I just don't get why the grocery greens don't glisten. Why don't
because
they're not meant glisten?
They're not meant to glisten like that. That's not real life, Lisa.
Well, it must be real life because it's her life.
But she makes it that way. It doesn't come to her. Well, unless she's like, I don't know, royalty or like part of the fairy world and everything she touches turns to glistening gold. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know, right? I don't know.
I mean, how well do you really know your boss's boss? Like she could be magical, Lisa. Oh my God, that's it. She's magical and she touches her salad.
And it just glistens.
And she makes it magical.
It's the best looking salad ever.
That's what keeps her magical. The salad.
The salad, right?
The salad keeps her magical. There, I've solved it for you.
Interesting, hey?
I think you need to ask for the dressing recipe.
I don't want to know because I'm not going to make it as good. I already know it. So I've already set myself up to fail. What she needs to do, she brings this big damn bowl, she needs to share it.
Have you asked?
You can't ask your boss's boss. You can't ask your boss's boss. My boss's boss. She's my boss's boss. She's the boss. She's the boss.
She is the boss.
Right?
Yeah.
She's the kahuna. You can't ask the boss. You mind if I eat some of your lunch?
Oh, God.
So crazy. But you know what? Those grocery stores could learn a lot from her if they just got her glistening techniques down.
I feel like it's just really a spritz of olive oil. I really feel very confident in that.
Really?
It's a spritz of something.
I don't know. It looks delightful.
Oh my God.
Looks delightful.
You and your obsession about food you're never going to eat. That is
But I
classic.
like a good salad, right? I like a good salad.
Yes.
Right? But better yet, I like the dressing with it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So okay. I don't know. Stay tuned. It's delightful. I can't wait. Hopefully one day she'll share it. But that might be awkward for her.
It could be awkward for you.
Could be awkward for me. Okay, so there was a post on Facebook and it was about meatloaf, hey, this week. And somebody, not on our group, right? It was just like a blind group. I don't know how I think I saw it through Nancy Zimmerman or something. And somebody said, is there something other than eggs that people use to bind their meatloaf with?
Oh.
Well, I answered what I use, right? Which is a box of stovetop stuffing. Samantha, I pretty much blew up the chat room. I pretty much blew it up, eh? Pretty much blew it up.
Oh my God, seriously?
Oh my goodness, the messages. No. And do you use the herbs with it too? I use it all. So and I put a little bit of milk. You put milk in it too? Yeah, I don't even use an egg. Because I have always claimed I'm a really good meatloaf cooker, right?
Right.
So one thing I really, really do well is cook the meatloaf.
Okay. All right. And then, so everyone was just asking you all these different things about
which I mean, it's
meatloaf.
Just not surprising, right? Like, come on. You know, I mean, I expect that, right?
You are a chef, right?
I am a chef, exactly, right? So I expect things like that.
Do we have this meatloaf on our Boom Baby Bakery Cafe menu?
Well, we'll bring it back for the fall.
Oh, were we doing mini loaves at one point?
We were doing mini loaves. We were doing like mini loaves. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think we were doing loaves maybe like in a muffin pan.
I believe
I think
so.
it was like bite food.
It
Right?
was bite.
Because that's what I want. I want the whole world to just be bite food. Everything we eat, bite.
That should be bite. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have a new following? Have you started your own page of like follow me for more fun cooking tips?
Slow your roll, right? I'm only one woman. I can only do so much. Christ's sake, Samantha.
I've only perfected meatloaf.
I've only perfected my meatloaf, right? It's bad enough that I have the baking challenges coming up at Christmas. I was just invited to the Halloween bake-off. I'm like,
oh my God.
Okay. I haven't yet replied to that, so don't get all excited, friends of the podcast.
Halloween's not even your gig. Halloween's not even your gig.
I know, right? But I got my invitation, right? Do you want to remember like the one I do at Christmas? When remember it was the wreaths and the mitts and the scarves, right?
And the scarf cookies,
right? This is like making like a haunted cake or like a haunted treat or something.
Oh my God!
I'm like, oh, geez, who has time?
Who has time?
Who has the time, right? It's because everything is so consuming. I don't have time.
Well, everything is time consuming, Lisa.
Everything's so time consuming, Samantha. Don't you find that lately?
I do. Like, it takes a lot to remember. Like, everything is time consuming. Brushing your teeth, taking a shower,
time.
Making your bed, just getting up takes time.
Right? Dressed reaching over and turning off my alarm. I'm like, oh, it's going to go off in probably 30 seconds. I better turn it off.
Everything is time consuming.
Yeah. Was it always so time consuming or is this new?
I think everything has always been time consuming, but I guess it's because people are always looking for more time and sometimes they skip things.
We run out of time.
I don't know.
You can't, but there's so many things you can't, like you shouldn't skip.
Like hygiene practices.
Don't skip that. Like don't skip brushing your teeth.
Uh-huh.
Don't skip putting on your pit. Right? Like there's some things we just should not. I think when it comes to like most things, I think there's a reason why we're not supposed to take the shortcuts on some of those things, right?
Yes, because life is time consuming. I've just said that. Just in case anyone didn't know.
Don't add us. We did not just invent this theory.
No. Life is time consuming.
Life is time consuming, right? Things take time.
Yes.
Right? It takes time, right? And you got to put the time in and you got to have the patience for it all, right? If you're not careful shaving your leg, you're going to cut it. So take time.
Oh my God. Everything takes time. Shaving your body parts takes time.
And I get that once the fall and the winter come, right? Technically, can you take a bit of a back step to that? You could, but should you know? Should keep up with it. Yes, it's time consuming. Work it into your schedule.
You should do the best that you can.
Right? That sounds like a cop out.
That does
sounds like a total cop out, Samantha. Sounds like a messy bun. Sounds like a messy bun to me.
Sometimes a messy bun is necessary.
I don't know. I don't have a messy bun to go to.
Yes, I know.
Right?
Because you cut your hair within an inch of its life.
Oh, it's short right now, hey?
If your hair had a voice, it would scream at the top of its lungs going, God damn it, woman, just let me grow for 6 weeks.
The lady in my office was short hair. The other lady was short hair. She goes 6 weeks, eh? And I'm like, I don't know how you do it. You're my hero. You are my hero. God. I could be your hero, baby. Right? She's my hero. She can go 6 weeks. I'm like 3. I'm like gnawing my arm off. Right? And then I'm frustrated for this is week 1 of it being too short. So
because
next week
you need to wait 6. Yes.
Do you know that if I wait 6 weeks, I will not fit and I will only be a set of glasses in this frame? I will look like Cousin It.
You will not. Your hair doesn't even remotely grow that fast that you would get puffy. You will not get puffy. Have you looked at how short your hair is right now?
I get that right now. I'm not saying I'm super excited about it.
Okay.
Way to make me feel horrible. God, and I thought it was my clothes. No, apparently it's just your best friend. Yeah, well, you have a messy butt and your hair looks gray. There, take that.
Take that.
Take that, Samantha. Take that.
Whatevs.
Okay, so I'm out on Saturday doing a couple errands, right? Good song comes on the radio. So I crank it up. Why is it when we're singing in the car, it's like we're in a concert? Who are we singing to? Like, this is me, no word of a lie. Crank it up. Just like the one-winged dove sings the song, sounds like she's singing. It's like I am performing. I'm like, ooh, baby, ooh, yeah, right? Right? And then I don't even know the chorus. I'm like, like, so even the chorus that I don't know any of, I'm still belting it out in a way that makes no sense.
Nope.
And it's just party for one in the car.
Absolutely.
Why? It's like Platinum Blonde and Dear America. I don't know if you know this band from the 80s because they were Canadian, but Canadian people will know this. Standing in the Dark. Standing in the Dark comes on, and what do? We barely hang on to the steering wheel because we got the drum solo, right?
Yeah.
Right? We're a danger in the car.
We are.
Friends of the podcast,
I'm with you.
Google Platinum Blonde Standing in the Dark and find that drum solo. YouTube it. Find that drum solo.
You will enjoy not only what they look like, because their hair is like
so
amazing.
Big.
It's so big.
So big. Right?
But it's a good song.
It's a good song. And it's like a synthesized drum solo.
Yes.
So you totally, when you're driving in the car, it's like all hell breaks loose in there, right?
But that's like the Reflex by Duran Duran. They have a really good drum solo too. Yeah. And then you're like,
yeah, right? Your head's moving. You got one hand on the wheel because the other one's playing the drum, playing the snare. And who's paying attention to the road? Nobody.
Oh my God. When Lizzo's song comes on, I'm doing the hand gestures in my car, and I should not be. And I should not be doing that because I'm potentially driving.
Right. So and you knew all the words? Or are you like me? In a minute, I'm gonna need and then you're doing
that section of it I actually know.
Okay, right? I know 2 sips in my cup.
Right. And, you know, I think people should belt and I think they think that's so the funny moment. You know what happens? There's in your car, judgment. You're by yourself. There's no judgment.
Right.
And you can just belt it as if you're standing in front of an audience of people. You're the headliner at the concert.
Sing it, babe. Just like the one-winged dove sings the song, sounds like, ooh, baby, ooh, yeah. Right? I don't care.
Oh my God.
Right? It's so
absolutely
fun. Right? And I just thought about that. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like totally in concert right now. And I'm nailing it. Right? I'm nailing it. Totally nailing it.
But you can also, if you're the person who, when they shower, they have music on when they shower, you're belting it out in the shower too.
You're doing it there too. Yeah.
You're just letting it rip.
I guess that's the thing, right? Sometimes that's our inhibitions, right? We need to let those motherfuckers go. Right? You got to have it in the car singing moment.
You do.
Yeah, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong. So, have you noticed that the Girl Guides don't come to your house?
Nobody comes to my house. I live in an apartment building.
Oh, that's right. I don't come to your house either because I don't know where you live.
Yes, Lisa.
Right? Remember last week when I found out that you were taking a course and I knew somebody who was taking the course? And I'm like, you live near there? Oh, interesting. And you're like, yeah. I'm like, I didn't know that. But I found that out through a work friend who apparently has been closer to your house than I have been.
Yes, Lisa.
And she doesn't even know it. So anyways, so I'm at the grocery store, right? Doing some groceries. That's where they sell the Girl Guide cookies now.
What the fuck?
In with the cookies.
When did Girl Guides start putting their stuff on a shelf?
On a shelf. And it's not even like the mix, not the chocolate and the vanillas. It's the mint ones.
Ooh, the mint?
Yeah. $5 a box. Like.
Oh, is that good?
I don't know. For a good cause, I think, right?
Yeah, but I always enjoyed buying the Girl Guide cookies so that the money went to the actual
to the kid who was selling the Girl Guide cookie, right?
Yeah.
And you knew that if she sold so many, she got a badge or something.
Right.
Right. Like, do they not get a badge now? Girl Guides just make them and distribute them to the co-op?
Well, and because you shop at the co-op, it must be a local thing. Maybe because of COVID, because nobody wants people going door to door, and
You
that's
think
like
that's
not
it?
good for the kids or anyone else.
Maybe
Now it's like
that's it.
all on the shelf.
Maybe. I don't know. It just seemed weird, right? So of course I bought some and I looked at Mike and I'm like, it's for a good cause.
I don't go to the co-op because I don't feel like I have $1 million to spend on my groceries.
If I had $1 million.
But I will go there for some Go Guy cookies because girl likes a mint.
That's the only place you can get them. And they are a good cookie. They are a good cookie.
Did you buy some?
Yeah, I bought $1 for a good cause.
For a good cause.
For a good cause.
The good cause that goes to the co-op?
I don't, well, in my mind, I have to believe some's going to the Girl Guides too, I hope.
God, I hope so.
But I don't know, right? Like, remember before your little niece Shelby used to sell
yes.
them. And then I'd buy them. Remember?
Well, she doesn't, like, I don't think she does that anymore, actually.
No, probably not. So, I don't know, maybe registration's down, so now that they use the grocery store.
That's sad. That's such a tradition.
I know. It's weird.
Selling things door to door. Some kids did really well because, they're those kids.
They're those kids.
And then those other kids were like, tap every relative you have, dear, and then you won't have to go outside.
Right? It was like, remember when you had to sell chocolate bars at school? My parents were like, can we just write a check? I had those parents.
How about did you guys ever do the UNICEF, going door to door with the UNICEF and trying to get people to donate?
I remember it, but I don't think I ever participated.
I think I did that as a kid too.
Did you? No.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever participated. I have a feeling that my mom would have just put money in a jar and said, here, just take this $20 and give it to your teacher and tell her to put it in a box. Right?
Oh yeah.
Because back then that would have been a lot, right? $20 would have been a lot back then.
Oh,
for UNICEF or something. I know, kind of funny, hey?
Do you think like roller skating is big right now, right? I see people, huge. I see on my IG reels, these cool cats, and they're like going around the roller rink and they're like doing all the fancy footwork.
They're doing the fancy footwork. I've seen that too.
And they're like, and they're grooving to the tunes and there's like disco balls and shit happening. And I'm like,
it looks like a blast.
I remember that when I was, when we used to roller skate.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I wasn't afraid of falling.
Were you a good roller skater?
No.
I wasn't a great it's funny. I was a good skater. Like I could skate, but I couldn't roller skate quite as good.
Well, because there's 4 wheels instead of just a blade.
Right? So it seemed, but we did it, right? Because it was the cool thing to do.
Well, at the time, yeah. We had 2 roller rinks here in Saskatoon, I believe. Yeah. One got turned into a bar called the Texas Tea.
And could you roller skate there?
Not when it was a bar.
That's what I want to know, right? Because I think that would be the coolest concept, right? Like go out on Friday night and you have your drinks and you have your roller skating and you just have your ABBA playing. Like I wanted to go back to that.
Oh my God.
I want that place to open up.
I don't know if I want to see drunk people on skates.
I want drunk people on skates.
I don't want drunk people on skates.
Right? Like
one,
happy hour.
That will not be good.
Right? I want like happy hour to Dancing Queen, Young and Sweet. Like I want the disc. I want it all.
Oh my God.
I want it to go back.
You want skating and a wine program.
Skating and a wine program.
You want a skating wine program.
Yeah, I want to skate. I want to like swine. I want squine.
You want squine.
I want squine. That's what we'll call it, a new sport. Squine. Skating and wine. Squine. What are you doing Friday night? Squining.
We're squining.
We're squining, right? Let's do it. Squining.
Oh my God. Squining. Yeah. Oh
How fun would that be? Let's go squining. You want to go squining?
I'll have every part of me will be padded because
that's fine. You just gotta be careful.
Fall.
I don't care if I fall. It's fine.
Especially
care if I've had some wine.
Yes, no, you won't.
Right? I'll be and like,
you'll wake up the next morning going, how the hell did I get that bruise?
How did I get all these bruises? Oh, right, squining. We went squining last night. Right? We went squining.
Oh my God.
Right? That's what we'll be saying, right? We went squining.
Oh my God. Could you imagine like if you just filled it with a bunch of women who were just like, give me skates and wine?
That'd be us, like me and you and the HHG. You imagine you put the HHG in some little baby skates, right? She's got her little baby feet. And give her like a wine skin or something and watch her squine. I bet you she'd have all the moves. She'd be the best skater out of them all, right?
She probably would be.
She'd have all the moves. She'd just be like, I would do one lap and I would just like want to whine. She could keep skating.
She'd like skate forwards and all of a sudden she's skating backwards and all of a sudden she's crossing her feet and she's
doing a spiral with her drink. She's being a big show off, eh? HHG would be like a show off for sure, right? She'd be like spiraling with her drink. Look at me not spilling.
Oh my God.
She'd be doing all that. Yay to Skwining. Skwining. We're going to go Skwining. Sounds like fun. Do you ever wonder how weird it is, like how our brains work? Sometimes I just think, God, it amazes me the shit that we can remember and the shit that we can't.
Well, that's the problem. It's most likely the shit that I can't remember anymore.
So how do we work? How do we figure out a plan, Samantha? We're in our 50s to get our brain to maybe not remember so much of every single song from the 80s, but maybe I can remember what my passcode is to listen to the messages on my phone in my office.
Oh my God, you forgot that?
Oh, I write it down because I feel I will forget it. Right?
Lisa?
But yet I can remember Jenny's phone number, 8675309. Right? I don't know.
8675309.
I don't know my husband's cell phone number, but Jenny I can call.
Jenny.
Right? Who can I turn to, right? But Mike Gibson, I wouldn't be able to tell you offhand what his number is.
My God.
I couldn't tell you what your phone number is.
This is what I think. This is my theory. The reason why we can remember the songs, I would say the 70s and the 80s, because that's when we grew up with good music, right? Yeah. Is because we were young and carefree and our brains were less loaded down with crap. So everything we learned in our younger years is like sitting there waiting for us to tap into it.
Right.
And everything that we've learned or tried to remember past that point, we only keep the things that we feel are absolutely necessary.
That's why we got sticky notes. That's why God invented sticky notes, right?
I am the queen of a fucking sticky note, let me tell you.
Right? Got sticky notes everywhere, right? Sticky note, sticky note, sticky note, sticky note. Right?
I just feel like we grew up in a really cool period of time, and there's a reason why we will be young forever.
Times were simple back then. I'll tell you that right now. Right?
So I'm okay with remembering 80 songs and not my passcode to something. I'll figure that out.
Right? Because that's why there's a sticky note. I'll write it on a sticky note and stick it someplace. Right?
Exactly.
All right. I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of funny.
But speaking of other generations, I have to talk about this. They've done it again.
I feel you just took a serious turn here.
According to Generation Z and the millennials, there are emojis that are no longer cool.
They have an issue with our emojis.
Oh, okay. So
because we love emojis.
Yes, we do. Our thumbs, they are thumbing down the thumbs up.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
The thumbs up emoji is seen. The thumbs up emoji is seen as passive aggressive.
Really? Because Arthur Fonzarelli used to do it.
Right? Our definition of what a thumbs up means is like
positive.
Good for you. Yay.
For you. Yeah.
For them, it's like, not really, but we're just going to do that. Yeah. It's like passive. Apparently it's passive aggressive to them. We as Generation X beg to differ.
They're making it passive aggressive, not us. They're changing it.
They're changing
not
it.
Us.
Okay. So, but they also see the heart, the okay sign, the check mark, the poop emoji, and the intense crying face.
Okay, I'll give them the intense crying. I'm not a fan of that one.
The monkey covering its eyes, clapping hands, the kiss or lips mark, and the face with the grimace as old. It's all old, Lisa.
The grimace, not the grimace face.
Yes, the grimace.
I'm going to give them the lips, and I'm going to give them the crying, and I'm going to kind of give them the monkey. I'm not giving them the any heart, the poop, the clap, or the grimace.
You're not giving them the poop emoji?
I'm not giving them I'm not giving up the poop.
So why do these two generations of people feel that they need to press upon us their definitions or thoughts about something that they grew up with, essentially. We adapted to the cell phone and the emojis. They grew up with that shit. We simply adapted to it.
They invented it. And we, as an adaptable society, just like cavemen learning to eat with sticks instead of fingers.
Right?
They adapted. We adapted. We accepted the emojis and we embraced them and we welcomed them into our world. It's theirs, not ours.
Okay, but perhaps the thought process could be they giveth and then they taketh away.
Ooh, maybe that's their motto. Right? Like our motto is like, fuck it, I'll do better tomorrow. Maybe theirs is we giveth and we taketh away.
Right?
Okay. All right. Well, fair enough then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give that. Okay.
I don't think it's fair. And I don't really care. Because thumbs up, Lisa.
Thumbs up, Samantha. Okay. Right? Interesting. Samantha. Okay. You know what? And dear friends of the podcast, if you are a Gen Z or a millennial, I'm expecting you to weigh in.
Uh-oh.
Right? Don't add us. Don't be mad. We're just asking for some clarification. Right? I feel
knowing
that's
full
fair.
well I will still use whatever emoji I feel is necessary.
Absolutely. Samantha, I read some shocking news.
Shocking. Okay.
Shocking news from the world of poutine.
What?
And I don't think you're going to like it.
Why?
It's how they rated the top 6 poutines in the fast food world.
Really?
So I come to you because I feel you're my poutine expert.
Okay.
You're at one with the poutine.
I am.
You're very particular on the fry to curds to dark gravy ratio.
Yes.
So to you, I share this information, okay?
Uh-huh.
Starting at number 6.
Uh-huh.
KFC poutine.
Okay.
Don't judge until you hear it all, okay? KFC. Number 5, Wendy's.
Uh-huh.
Number 4, McDonald's. Number 3, ready for this one? A&W.
Huh.
Number 2, New York Fries. And number 1, Harvey's.
Interesting.
What do you feel?
I don't agree. I feel like New York Fries should be probably number 1.
Should be number 1.
I feel like they do a really that's their business.
That's their business, right?
That's
they
their
got fries built into their to their title.
Yes, and they do a normal classic poutine, of course, poutine. But they also do variations of that, and I have always loved their variations on it as well.
Yes, you have. Yes.
So I would have to say, for me, New York Fries is number 1. I've never had a Harvey's poutine, but I honestly can't imagine that it's better than a New York Fries.
Right? Is there any that it's better than a New York Fries?
No.
And then let's be honest. We've had the A&W one. Pretty darn good, I've always thought.
The A&W is actually not bad.
It's not a bad poutine.
It's not bad. I think it is better than McDonald's. I have never felt a McDonald's poutine is great. Ever. They should stick to the one note that they do, which is the fries in the red thing.
Right.
They really shouldn't venture far from that.
No. Wendy's?
No, I've never felt Wendy's was good either.
Just make your baked potato.
Make your baked potato. I think they too should stick with a baked potato.
Right? And the KFC?
KFC, you know what? It's hit and miss.
It's got to be 2 giblet gravy for me.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind it, but I wouldn't say, like, it wouldn't be in my top 6.
But just weird, hey, that the New York Fries is not the number 1.
Yeah. So I would be New York Fries, A&W, and then the other ones that they've listed wouldn't even hit my top
Wouldn't even
5.
matter. Like, what? There is no top 5. There's 2.
Actually, if I'm going to say for local, like not a chain, here in Saskatoon, it's called Leopold's Tavern.
What about the Hudson's?
No, the Hudson's would hit if you make sure the fries are crispy.
Right.
The Hudson's would hit the top 5, but Leopold's Tavern would hit that top 5 as well. They have a really good, because they do like home cut fries and they have a really good gravy with lots of good
You know your
curds.
poutine.
I do.
You know your poutine. You know your poutine. All right. I just needed to share that.
Those are my thoughts. Don't at me, people. I'm sure that you all feel like this is just my personal preference.
Exactly. Well, you know, it's not my personal preference. Other than Halloween, not my personal preference. All
Yes.
things clowns, right?
No.
So, of
No.
course, now you're starting to see them a little more. They're popping up on the TikTok. They're popping
Yes.
up in places, right?
Oh,
There's a
God.
movie out, and it's called The Terrifier.
Oh,
So right
God.
there, right? Exactly. Right there, dear the world, if we're naming a movie called The Terrifier, I'm already like not excited about this movie, right? However, it gets worse. The main character is a clown.
Oh, God.
And apparently it is so gory and horrific that it's making people throw up in the theater.
Oh, my God.
Why do we need this? And of course it needs to be clown driven, right? Which just backs my whole thing. Why do we need clowns again? Remember when a clown was happy, but not really?
Not really.
Right? They
Oh
were
my
a happy
God.
face, but a mean heart inside.
Yes.
Yeah. Right?
Yes. Oh my God. That's a movie I would never go see.
The Terrifier.
Yeah. And okay, did they like it's that gory that it's making people throw up?
That gory and that horrific.
Oh, gross.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
Well, apparently the other horror movie that seems to be making the rounds is called Smile.
Is it a clown too?
No, it's apparently this creepy like psychological thriller where people have this weird smile on their face.
Ew.
And at first you think it's funny.
Smiles bad.
No,
Don't make smiles
they
bad.
do. Because at first you think it's funny and weird. That's what I've heard. But then
Right.
as you go through the movie, you it's very disturbing and creepy.
Like,
and I'm like, way to ruin something that's natural, people.
Right? Exactly. Like, way to make a smile bad.
I'm never going to see that.
Way to kill a clown. Way to make a smile bad, right?
Like,
why are we doing these things?
The most Halloween-y thing that I will do for a movie is Hocus Pocus 2, and maybe Medea's Halloween.
Medea's Halloween's a good one.
That's
I don't mind a good horror movie, right? Like Mike and I did all the Saw movies.
Oh my God, I don't even understand that.
Right? Don't mind that. I like Silence of the Lambs, but I don't need clowns in my life.
No, you do not.
It reminds me of, remember last year, Cameron Parker sent us this thing on, remember the Clown Hotel?
Yes.
So horrible.
Oh my
so
God,
bad.
could you imagine staying in that?
No, not at all, actually, could I imagine. I would kill the clowns. I'd kill the clowns. Right? What a horrible way to ruin my life. Right?
Oh my God. And again, I have to mention it because every time you say you hate clowns, I flash back to that moment when we're walking through that.
And I was threatening the clowns.
The haunted
right?
woods or whatever the hell we were in.
Yeah.
The haunted house thing. And the whole building was dedicated to clowns.
And I was like threatening them. I'm like, you come any closer. You come any closer, there's going to be some trouble, clown.
Oh my God. It was so funny. Oh God, that was good times. Good
times. Super. Sure.
Oh, but good times were had by all this past Tuesday. They were kicking some classic Halloween candy to the curb.
We went retro Halloween this week, didn't we?
Yes, you were. Of course, everyone's going to hate Kiss Candy, Lisa.
That was the
easy one. Why do you give them easy ones?
Well, I just felt that they needed that. But people also hated other things. People hated the candy corn too.
Okay. And no offense, guys. Why does anybody hate candy corn?
I didn't.
You don't even know what it tastes like. You've never eaten it.
I've never tried candy corn before.
Candy corn is delightful.
How is it delightful? It looks disgusting.
It's delightful. It's sugar. You love sugar.
I love sugar. True. I love sugar. It is like
a little square. It's a little triangle of sugar.
I don't know. It doesn't look appealing to me.
Okay, well, you should try it because it's really good.
I don't know. People hated your Tootsie Rolls as usual.
They're hard to eat sometimes. Sometimes I just love a good Tootsie Roll.
I know. But the best still is the chiclets. And then people were poo-pooing the suckers. Who poo-poos suckers?
Well, they had some strong feelings about suckers, actually.
They really did. Like something changed. I'm like, whoa. Okay.
Well, because they feel like suckers are the things that everybody leaves to the end and nobody wants. And nobody wants to trade. Nobody wants to trade for suckers.
Huh. I never minded a good sucker. I never minded. And the Twizzlers were a hit.
Well, no, some people had disliked Twizzlers.
Weird. It makes me think like people, like as if you didn't like your Halloween candy in the 80s. Come on. Come on now, right?
God, trick-or-treating in the 80s, hey? Now that was fun.
That was fun.
It's when you still got homemade shit, like homemade caramel apples and a popcorn
ball, right? Right? We used to go to Mrs. Lovelock's house, which was a far walk, but it was worth it because you knew you were getting a candy apple from her.
Oh, okay.
Right?
There you go.
So you made the trek. You made the trek to the other side of the town for that candy apple.
And what happens now? You get anything homemade, it goes in the garbage.
Yeah, and the police probably show up.
Right.
Right? The police probably come to your house.
Nobody should be handing out popcorn balls, like
nothing.
Caramel, anything. People like, don't do it.
Don't do it. We're not there anymore. We're just not there.
Find some bags of chips or some chocolate bars and call it a day.
Right? Throw in a can of Diet Pepsi or something. I don't know.
All right, guys. You can find us on Facebook. It's I Shake My Head with Lisa and Sam. Just come on in and join the group if you haven't. If you're listening to us for the first time or the 10th time and you haven't joined, you should join. We're fun. We have a good time. We post pretty much every day, so we love to hear from you. We can also find us on Instagram. If you're more of an Instagram person, it's I Shake My Head. Twitter is I_Shake My Head. And the same with TikTok. It's I_Shake My Head. And we do have Patreon. So if you like what you listen to, you can go to patreon.com/I Shake My Head. And for as little as $2 a month, you get an episode early and an extra episode every month. And just a reminder that you can get some I Shake My Head swag at Threadless, which is ishakemyhead.threadless.com.
Lots of fun. We'll see if maybe we'll amp it up for Christmas, add some new things, bring back our Christmas mug, some of those fun things.
Oh my God, I forgot we had a Christmas mug.
We have a Christmas mug, right? Just like Ryan and Kelly.
That's
right?
true.
We do one too. So Samantha, here's something interesting. Martha Stewart, age 81, posed topless in an apron only, promoting Green Mountain Coffee this week. When is too old for that?
Why is she posing topless?
I'm thinking it's 81 is too old for that. Well, you didn't see her stuff, but you knew it was there.
Right.
Right? It's just like, why? Why are you doing that?
So what was the theme behind the?
Well, it's Green Mountain Coffee, so it must be a coffee that she's endorsing.
So is it organic?
I don't know. Maybe. I didn't read that. I just was like kind of like flabbergasted at her toplessness in an apron.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I guess she looks great. But, hi. Right? That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say.
You know what? She has revived herself. She came back from being a jailbird to right back to being Martha
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Being Martha Stewart and doing all Martha Stewart-y things.
Really just didn't miss a beat, hey?
And all the power to her, because people make mistakes and
yeah, absolutely.
Whatever.
And now she's posing with no shirt.
And now she's posing with no shirt on.
Whatever floats your boat.
You know what? She's getting wild in her older years. So.
Maybe that's the thing, right? Maybe some people just got to Martha, you sure about this one, Martha? Right?
You know what? If she wants to do this when she's 81, why not?
I guess if you have the confidence that at 81, that is what the world wants to see, then I guess put it out there for them. Right? So Samantha, guess what? Here's big news about me. I am officially an afternoon coffee drinker.
What?
I know, right? I'm getting, not every day, but some days I'm going in and getting myself a coffee at the Starbucks in the afternoon around 2.
Around 2.
Round 2. Seems to be when I need it.
And why? Oh, so it's like, I need some caffeine to keep me going.
Yeah. Right? So I mosey on over to the Starbucks and get myself a tall, dark, handsome, blonde. My specialty.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yes.
Isn't that weird? Hey, I never ever was an afternoon coffee person.
No, you were not.
Now I'm becoming one.
Huh.
Yeah. What do you think that says about me?
You know what? That means we're old.
Does that mean, is that what it is? We're in our old years?
Because I don't drink coffee after supper. Like I don't even drink, I typically don't even drink coffee in the afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my father will always drink a cup of coffee with dinner or after dinner. My sister and her husband do the same thing. And I'm like, how do you guys sleep?
Yeah.
How do you sleep? And they're like, no, we sleep fine. And I'm like, oh my God, is this what happens when you get a little bit older?
I guess it could be, but even like my Sunday routine or my Saturday routine, like Saturday afternoon, I'll make a cup of coffee at home.
No, I'm not even doing that.
I'm doing
Oh
that.
my God.
I'm aging. I'm leapfrogging you. I look younger, but my body is saying otherwise.
You don't look younger than me.
I look younger.
No, you don't.
I do. At least like by 4 or 5
Stop it.
years. I'm just saying.
Lisa, don't be fickle.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Don't be vain. Don't be
I'm
that person.
I'm just saying. What did your clothes say about you this morning?
They said, you go, girl.
All right. Well, there you go. There you go, Samantha.
I put on my powerful purple sweater and off I went to work.
Off you went, powerful purple. It's a powerful purple kind of day today.
It is.
And
that's why it was, you go, girl.
You go, girl. Right? There you go.
Oh, okay, but you know what should not be going?
What?
I need people to not start showing their underwear again.
Who's showing underwear again?
It's happening. It's a trend. People are showing their thongs again.
Oh yes, who was it? Was it who posted? Stephanie posted on our Facebook page that comedian to listen to, and in it she's got pants on, but I see more underwear than I see pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought, is it a bodysuit or is it underwear? I wasn't sure. Oh. And I'm like, I blame Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue.
Yes, because her 90s fashion is back. I saw
retro
all of
music
that
channel.
And then I was watching the retro music channel and Kylie Minogue came on and I'm like looking at her. I'm like, oh, that's 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. And then I looked at what she was wearing and I'm like, oh my God, I blame you. She was wearing parachute pants with an orange thong, I'm going to guess.
Ooh. Really?
And I'm like, do I need to see her underwear? I blame Kylie Minogue.
Okay. Well, dear Kylie Minogue, if you're listening to the podcast, and you know what? She probably does. Secretly. Probably loves it and doesn't tell anybody about it.
Oh my God.
That seems to be the way. Stop it.
I think because she made it, because if these kids are paying attention to old stuff and they've seen the old 90s, early 2000s people and what they were wearing, even the guys were showing their underwear and still guys show I don't need to see your underwear.
Guys still do that. Guys still do that, right? Ugh. I don't need to see people's underwear.
But yeah, we're back to it again.
Okay. I'm not excited about that.
Yeah. I don't need to see your thong. Thank you for showing me it's pink. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me. How about you pull up your pants? Right? All right. Here's a couple things for you, Samantha.
All right.
Coffee Crisp, Glossette Raisins, and Smarties. These are the 3 things that one person on Twitter picked as their top 3 favorite chocolate bars.
No.
What about you? What would you pick? What a weird selection, hey? Who picks the raisins?
Who picks Glossette raisins? Ugh.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't pick. No. I'm gonna say the Wonder Bar because it's chewy. I like a good Mars bar.
Okay.
Because it's got the caramel in the inside and the Milky Way. Yeah, nougat. And the Eat More.
You always do like the Eat More.
I like the Eat More.
You like the Eat More. I like the Jersey Milk.
Yes.
I like the Mint Arrow.
Yes.
And for some reason, I don't mind a Mr. Big.
Really?
Yeah, because it's kind of got, there's something about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's something about it. Don't ugh me. I ugh you. So there. Take that.
Oh, the guy who picked Glossette raisins. Why are you picking a chocolate-covered raisin?
Why are you picking a chocolate-covered raisin?
Like, I wouldn't
like raisins, but I don't want chocolate on them.
Okay, well, we differ on that because I think raisins
We do.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But even a chocolate-covered peanut, which is Glossette does peanuts too.
Don't
pick that either. Don't pick that.
Don't pick that.
Don't
pick snacks with chocolate on them because that's snack food with chocolate. That's not a chocolate bar. That's something that's started off as kind of okay for you, and then we made it bad.
Yeah. And
it's its own separate category.
And people only eat Smarties because they don't actually want a chocolate bar.
Yeah, but the problem with Smarties, right, is that they've changed the coating taste. Don't taste like a good Smarties anymore.
They don't taste like Smarties.
They don't taste the same, right? They again, like everything, right? They had to fix what wasn't broken. Right? Why are you doing that?
Oh, that's true.
I want the Smarties from the 80s.
Right. And the coffee crisp, you have to be careful. If those things are old, it's like biting down on cement.
Yeah, right, with some sawdust in there.
Like, ugh.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
It's not good.
Right? Not good at all.
Okay, I got something else that's maybe not good.
Okay.
It's going to gross you out, actually.
Oh, good. Something I'm looking forward to.
I heard of a 70-year-old woman who went to her doctor complaining that her eye was bothering her and she was having blurred vision.
Right.
And they discovered, after looking at her eye, that she had left her contact lenses in and there were 23 stuck up inside of her eye socket.
Ew.
And I watched the video of them pulling the lenses one by one and they just kept coming. And I'm like,
she's part monster.
That is disgusting.
Who does that? I don't wear contacts, but I'd like to think that I would know.
Well, okay. So,
and how long does it take before your eye starts to feel weird?
Well, it should be sooner than that, than 23.
Yeah.
Should have been sooner than 23.
Should have been sooner than 23.
I wear contacts.
Right.
And if they're dailies, you should be popping them out every day. You don't sleep with your contacts in. It's bad for you. It's bad for your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Your eyeballs need to breathe. But funny that when you have them in.
Isn't it funny that your eyeballs need to breathe?
They need to breathe. Well,
and everything needs to breathe at night.
Yes. Well, this is true. But like your eyes, like the contacts are pretty thin and they're good and they're moisture, whatever.
Yeah.
But you can feel the contact in your eye.
Of course.
If you wake up from being asleep and you can see, that's the indication that the contacts are still in your eyeballs.
Right. Yeah, right. Because there's no blurriness in the morning.
Right.
It's like if I fall asleep with my glasses on and I wake up and I can see, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to take my glasses off.
Right.
Right.
But I was just like, it was so disgusting. And they were like, they had disturbing. Like a green slime on them.
I would imagine.
It was so gross.
Thank you for sharing
so gross.
That.
And all I thought was, I'm going to remember always take my contact lenses out.
Ew, right? That's so nasty. So nasty. You know what I'm missing? My life is missing lemon.
In what way?
Always.
Then go get a lemon. Go get a lemon. In every way.
I see recipes for lemon pasta, for lemonade, for lemon poppy seed cake. I feel that my life is missing lemon.
Then go, Chef Lisa, and get a lemon and make yourself the pasta, the pie, the muffin, the whatever.
Samantha, I don't always have the time to just whip up all this stuff, right?
No, that's right. Everything is time consuming. So of course you don't have time.
Everything is so time consuming. I'm just saying, right? I feel that life needs a little more lemon.
Then go get a lemon. Go buy something lemon.
It's not that easy. We're not in lemon season.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not. We're in the winter now.
I bet you can go find lemon poppy seed.
I don't know.
Muffin, loaf, you name it.
I don't think it's that easy. I feel you're kind of like being a bit of a smart ass right now, and I'm not loving your attitude.
Actually, I'm being dismissive. So
I'm not loving your dismissiveness. Okay, I'm not loving your dismissiveness, just so you know. All right? I don't think it's necessary. I'm coming to you with a legitimate issue that I have in my life.
And I feel this legitimate issue that you have in your life is easily solved. It's easily solved.
I'm going to remember that.
Just tell your husband to go find you something lemon. He's really good at finding you stuff.
I'm going to remember this conversation.
Uh-huh. Well, isn't he the reason why you still have your muffin top? Because he keeps buying you, what is it? Is it Danishes or is it cinnamon buns?
Cinnamon buns, yum. I really can't blame him for my muffin top because I've just read a lot of articles. Man, way to make me just feel like a piece of crap. Bad enough my clothes are talking to me when all I'm trying to do is be a pretty girl. Your hair's too short. How's your muffin top? Right?
Leave it to your best friend to point out all the fun things.
All the flaws. My muffin top is because I am menopausal and it's harder to lose weight there.
You can't use that as an excuse.
Well, it's the excuse I'm using.
Well, it's not a good one.
Well, it's the only one I have. Do you have a better one?
Yes, you eat too many cinnamon
I
buns.
don't eat that many, though. I have one on the weekend. That does not build a muffin top.
I don't know. Maybe it's that extra coffee that you're getting.
I need you to shut up. That's what I'm needing. I'm needing you to shut your trap right now. Okay? How about that? How about you just zip it?
Okay, well, I got something else that will help your muffin top, Lisa.
Oh,
it's for Halloween. Tim's has Timbits in a trick-or-treat bucket.
Oh.
31 in a fun, spooky can.
Seems like an awful lot of Timbits. Oh, 31 for the month. I gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Did you buy them yet?
No.
Are you going to?
I might.
Just to give it a try.
Sure.
Let me know where that goes, okay? Let me know. And if it doesn't go to your muffin top, then let me know. Okay?
Okay.
All right. But it does sound kind of cool, though.
It does sound kind of cool.
I think it does. I think it does.
But you know what else? I'm gonna mention Tina Greenwood's Facebook post because I thought it was really good.
All right.
She asked us to indulge her I shake my head peeps. She asked, what is something that you and your family did as kids that and thought everyone did it but found out later not so much? Hers were riding in the back of a pickup. There was no restraints and you'd get tossed right now you'd probably get tossed in a slammer. You would.
Definitely.
And the second one was is frequently having breakfast for dinner.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one, too. That was a good one. Yeah.
So both of those things I've done. So
we used to, unfortunately, throw garbage out the window. And we used to think everybody did that, too. And my grandmother used to butt her cigarette out on her supper plate.
Oh, no, I had family that did that too.
Yes, that was a big thing too, right? Yeah. And I remember thinking, oh, obviously everybody's grandma must be disgusting like mine, right?
Well, you were washing the plate anyway, so what did it matter?
What difference did it make if it's the plate or the ashtray, right? Yeah. It's all the same, right? Yeah. That's too funny. I like that.
Did my family, if our family was getting together and it was like, I don't know, we were, the adults were drinking and playing games and card games and stuff like that. They would, if it was at Christmas time, they would give us kids a glass of milk with a little bit of Bailey's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would mix us a little drink and we were allowed to sip it.
Yeah. My parents went up that. My dad's his famous Sunday when my mom was away was cream de menthe parfaits. With the booze, you girls want a Sunday? Mm-hmm. Right? And we'd be like sound asleep. And then my mom, if she thought if we felt we weren't feeling that well, she would make us special drink, and it was like a hot toddy.
Oh my God.
That's just booze, right?
That's booze.
Just booze. Right? And then we would just sleep. My sister Linda, and I know she listens to the podcast, so it's kind of funny. She used to do not hot toddies, but she used to do the same thing with her kids. And it would be like with Maria, she'd be like, Maria, is that if say like she wanted Maria to go to bed early or something? Maria, are you getting a sniffle? You need some children's Tylenol? Because it made her sleepy, right? Put the kid to bed. And I'm like, oh yeah, I would be that mom. But you and I would be that mom. I would be that mom.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Get to bed. Take a pill.
Well, and something else that's not quite like that, but something that I always thought people did or did do like on the weekends, we would have what we called FOSPA.
Uh-huh.
And for us, it was when the family family members came over and we had things, we had like cut like deli meat, cheese, buns.
So you had lunch?
Well, we called it FOSPA though, because it wasn't lunch and it wasn't dinner. It was in the middle of the afternoon, and we called it FOSPA.
So you ate this in the middle of the afternoon, like you wrecked your supper.
Well, it was lunch and dinner in one. Yeah, and the look on your face.
So it was like
I always assumed as a kid, growing up, that everyone knew what FOSPA was. And when
you had Lupper. No,
we didn't have Lupper. We called it
lunch
FOSPA.
And supper.
It was FOSPA,
and it's meat and buns.
No, kind of.
Okay.
So I and people would look at me like we don't even know what you're talking about. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop talking now because we obviously do not have the same. Like it's just maybe like it's just how I grew up.
I don't know. It seems like an odd tradition that one does.
No, it's not. It's like
meat and buns in the afternoon.
It's a tradition. I don't know. It's how I grew up. I'm just saying.
Like snacks?
Obviously, no one else does that. So anyways, that was great. I love that, Tina. Thank you so much. I like that
she did that too.
Thank you so much for posting in Facebook. And I really, really love that. So that's why I wanted us to talk about it, because I loved it so much.
Yeah, it was good memories.
Guys, when you do stuff like that, or if you direct message us with something you want us to talk about, or a one has to go, or even a would you rather, because I got a comment on the would you rather from last week, and one person very pointedly said that was a stupid question. And I'm like, I pulled it off the internet. What the do you want from me?
Oh, look at you getting out. You were outed. Sometimes it's hard to come up with stuff. Feel free to help us out.
It's a question. Answer it or don't answer it.
There you go. Up to you. That's the smackdown laid by Sam right there.
And those are the choices that you make.
That's right. Me. Exactly. Right. Exactly. That's so funny.
All right, Lisa, what's making you shake your head this week?
Samantha, I'm shaking my head at why don't we ever see baby pigeons or baby seagulls?
Because they don't stay baby for very long?
But they got to be born baby.
Probably.
They got to be born little.
Maybe they're just like hanging around the nest until they get bigger.
Do you think like it's weird? Like you've never seen a baby one of them?
No.
Huh.
I really honestly have not.
Like, are they just born adults?
Maybe.
Maybe that's it, right?
What about have you seen a baby crow?
No, like are birds not born as babies?
Well, they are. So, and then they grow bigger.
That quick?
Yes.
Like what? Like a full-born pigeon is a full-born pigeon in like 2 weeks?
I don't know.
I need to know this stuff. Oh Andrea, God. Can you hear me?
I can't wait to see.
I need to know why baby birds don't present as babies.
Well, they probably do. Maybe you're just not paying attention.
Like weird. In 53 years, I've never seen one ever.
Oh my God!
I live in a building like overrun by pigeons. And I've never seen a baby. Seems weird.
That does seem weird.
It seems weird. Samantha, what about you? What have you been shaking your head at this week?
Oh, I hate it when candles won't candle anymore, and there's plenty of candle left.
Oh, the candle's not candling.
The candle's not candling.
It's a candle that won't candle. Oh no.
That's so annoying.
Is it because you're using like short matches?
No, I've got good matches. But it was the stupid wick in the candle. And I blame the candle maker.
Really?
Yes. Huh. I blame the candle maker for making a candle that won't candle.
Candle should candle.
The candle should candle. Should they not candle?
You should always be able to count on a candle to candle. We don't need to live in a world where we can't count on candles candling.
Right?
Right?
What if I had lost power? I need all my candles to candle.
And you have one down.
And I have one. I'm one down.
And maybe that's the one that goes into the bathroom and all of a sudden it's not candling.
And it's not like, I don't think I neglected it. I think I took care of it. I appreciated it when it did candle. And now it's not candling anymore. And I'm like, I
feel this is not on you. You're right. It's not on you.
It's not on me. I didn't make the candle.
And it's not like a seatbelt extension on the plane. There's no wick extension, is there? That thing? Maybe that's our next invention, a wick extension for when candles don't candle. Right?
That would be great.
Take that, Shark Tank. Right? This is our invention, right? It's the wick extender. Oh, and why would you use that? Because there's times when your candle won't candle. But yet there's still lots of candle in the candle. Right?
And you just want it to keep candling.
You want it to keep candling.
Right?
I can see that. Yeah. That's friends of the podcast. Have you ever had a candle not candle?
Right?
Have you overcome this problem? If you have, please help Sam.
Please help me, because I need to know how to get my candle to candle.
I feel this is an SOS. Save our Sam. Her candle's not candling. I agree. We got to get to the bottom of that shit.
Yes, we do. Uh-huh. All right. Well, guys, I had a great time, and we always appreciate it when you give us feedback. So keep doing that. Keep sending your comments to us. You can always email us at ismhead@gmail.com. You can message us through direct message on Facebook or Instagram. And, you will find that your stuff is mentioned during our episode, just like Tina's.
You betcha.
We want to thank John Domingo for being the best kept secret in podcasting. He puts together our episodes every week, and it's
funny John Domingo story, if I may share.
Okay.
John Domingo and I, right? We have a long relationship, and it's like a love-hate, mostly hate. And he would agree,
no, it's
right?
not.
Yes, it is. We don't agree on anything ever. If we can poke the bear, we poke the bear. If we can cause a fight, we cause a fight. That's just the nature of him and I. And that's fine, right? We've accepted that after all these years. We currently, right now, are both cheering for the same baseball team. I know. I had told you on Saturday, I had said, don't tell him this.
And then you told him.
And then, he reached out to me and he said, if you need a team to cheer for, you can cheer for the Phillies. And I'm like, that's funny because I just had this conversation with Sam and I wasn't going to tell you that I was cheering for your team. But we're cheering actually for the same team, which is kind of funny. Although I do think the Padres are going to give them a run for their money. So I'm kind of on the fence a little bit, but I thought it was funny. I'm like, oh my goodness, me and the great John Domingo on the same page.
The stars have aligned for just a moment.
And not for long. Not for long. Okay. Not for long, for sure, right?
All right.
Samantha, it's the end of the episode again.
It is.
We could keep talking.
No, we can't.
We can. We could find more stuff to talk about. There's a plethora of stuff.
Yes, and that's what next week is all about.
Yes, right? Because we want to keep people coming back for more, don't we?
Yes, we do.
All right, Samantha. All right, then. I guess we better call it a night.
All righty.
Samantha, always a pleasure.
It should be.
Who's a pretty girl? I'm a pretty girl.